Alright, we're going to do something straightforward here. We're going to fold this piece of paper in half. It's a simple piece of copy paper. Just like so. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to fold it back the other side. And each time I'm going to crease it really tight. Crease it. If you've got fingernails, that makes it a lot easier to pinch that with your fingernail or thumbnail. I'm going to do that about 10 times. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing the other direction. We're about to tear it. Right where those creases are. I start slow. If you can see that little start at the top. Then I'm going to take one hand, hold it real close to that top. Look how the direction is. I'm going downhill just a little bit, a slight diagonal, not too much. And you don't want to tear it back like this. Just turn that angle slightly down, tear a little bit, tear a little bit at a time. Work your way, move your hands down as you go. There it is. Then I'm going to do the same thing to the other halves. Nice. One more time. Alright, that gives us 4 small sheets of paper. That looks good. Now the reason I'm doing it this way instead of cutting it with scissors or even using a whole sheet of paper, it's just about the simplest approach I can go to producing this small animation, this quick animation. Each piece of paper has 2 torn edges and 2 what I call factory edges. And that gives me only one corner right here that has both factory edges. So this is my factory corner. This corner has 1 torn edge, this corner has 2 torn edges, and this corner has 1 torn edge. So this corner is going to be the corner that I use to copy all my pictures. When I line them up, I'm going to go factory corner to factory corner, factory corner, factory corner. In each of the drawings I do, top left corner, factory corner. Okay? So I'm going to do them. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on you. There are my drawings. I'm going to keep one piece of paper to start out with. Alright, let's do something simple. I'm going to go a line. Let's see. Just straight across. Oh, that's kind of crooked. But okay, I'm going to leave it like that. This will be drawing number 1. And to do my second drawing, I'm going to have to put my second piece of paper right on top of it. Very carefully lining up this top left corner, and I hope you can see this on camera. I can barely see it here, so I don't know if you can see that on camera, but I can see my first drawing right there, and I'm going to do my second drawing right on top of it, and flare just a little bit of an arc. That looks pretty good. Drawing number 2. I'll leave the first one underneath there. It doesn't matter as long as I have the second one right here. I'm going to line my third drawing up. Top left corner. Line it up perfectly. There it is. I hope you can still see that or see it at all. pretty good. I didn't realize this till earlier today that it looks like only the top lid, when you open your eye, the top lid is the one that moves. The bottom lid doesn't do anything. I never really thought about it before. I was just checking it out. Here we go. I'm going to do one more. I think I need one more. Let me get another piece of paper real quick. What is this? Here we go. This will work. I just happen to have another one handy. I'm going to do a fifth drawing. Line up top left corner. That looks pretty good. I still see it. One more. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and put the iris in this eyeball. Ooh, that was a pretty good curve right there. With the pupil. When you draw about the eyeball, notice when the eye is basically wide open, the bottom of the iris just touches the bottom eyelid. The top of the pupil just touches the top eyelid. Okay, now I've got to switch and flip these over. Drawing number 4 really won't matter at this point. I can line up that same corner and I don't have to even look at the drawing anymore to check that it's lined up. I get the corner lined up and I'm good to go. Okay, and I'm just basically going to trace the iris part right where it was, and the pupil right where it was. That looks pretty good. That's number 2. Here we go, same thing. Line up that corner. Perfect. Iris. That's a little lumpy. Next one. Okay. I don't think I see any pupil anymore right there. I didn't see any pupil right there, did I? I'm going to double check this one. I forgot the pupil. There it is. Right there, just a little piece of pupil. Okay, double check on this one. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm going to leave it like that. And again, that's my first picture. Now, we can test it right now. We're going to run a test. And let me just set these in order. This picture 1. Wait a minute. Picture 2, 3, all right, now I've got some tape here and I'm just gonna put some tape right here in the corner to help me line up my papers each time I take a picture. The paper looks a little crooked because my drawing's a little crooked, and you'll see in just a second when I zoom in. A little farther. Right there, excellent. So now I'm going to take some pictures one at a time. This is in place, and I'm going to go click. I took that picture. Wait a minute, I'm going to do it backwards. I'll put this one down. Click, I took that picture. Click, just lining my pictures up in that same corner. Click. Okay. Click. Excellent. Now on the camera, we'll be able to play that back and preview it. After the preview, you know, if you want to preview it, you don't really have to. It comes in handy in case you make a mistake. You can correct some of those now instead of later. Alright, so you previewed it, and now you've got all these drawings. You want to keep them in order. You might like to put little numbers down in the corner if you make sure that that's completely out of your picture. Just number your pages 1, 2, 3, and so on. But at this point, I'm going to put some color on these, and working as a group, you can get different people working on different parts of it. I'm going to colorize, and somebody else could be putting eyelashes on and so on. If there's clouds in your picture. Alright, here we go. Once again, I've done some colorizing, add some eyelashes, and I think I have these in order. Dunk, tink, ting. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and take the pictures. Line it up. Okay, I'm going to zoom back in. Picture number 1. Click. 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 Click.